Thank you, Fee. It's really a pleasure to evaluate an icebreaker because I get to be the first person to say congratulations for making your first official speech at San Francisco Toastmasters, Diego. As far as the goals of an icebreaker, you certainly crushed it. You exceeded those goals by quite a bit. First of all, the most important goal, surviving the speech. Not only did you survive the speech, but you used the entire time. We often see that icebreakers are cut short because people speak very fast. Maybe they want to rush through it. Sometimes they're over in 3.5, 4 minutes. Though you spoke slightly long, it was actually the ideal time for a Toastmaster speech, even if slightly long for the icebreaker format. And I think well worth our time spent enjoying your excellent icebreaker, which introduced Diego to us. I spoke earlier about the work that has already gone into reaching the point of making the icebreaker. And let's also consider that Diego joins us remotely from Bogota, Colombia, where it is quite a bit later in the evening than it is here. We're very grateful to have him now a member of our club, even though we won't be seeing him frequently at in-person meetings, given the long commute distance to see us. I thought the speech was very well organized, thoughtful, and touching. It was ambitious to take on sharing slides with us, but when we saw that beautiful family, wife and daughter, we understood why Diego was easy to show some visuals. And I also thought the education group, everybody looked overjoyed. That was a wonderful picture there. I certainly encourage going forward to occasionally do slideshows, but don't do every single speech as a slideshow. Mix it up to be sure to challenge yourself for different formats. I think as far as anything that you might want to change or think about for next time, when Nancy gave her introduction to John's speech, she rattled off such a succinct list of all of the value points of good public speaking: eye contact, vocal variety, use of gestures, etc. These are all things that emerge over time. The and so it's best coming out of the icebreaker to just choose maybe one or two specific things to work on. I don't know if other people had the problem, but I found your volume to be a little low tonight, and it would have been nice to hear you a little more clearly. I think two things were a factor there. One is that you were rather soft spoken in this speech, and you'll want to reach down into what they call the diaphragm, pull more air up into your chest, and just speak louder, really. And vocal variety, where you speak louder and then softer, is part of that. The other may be your microphone, possibly internet connection. I'm not sure, but you can open Zoom, hit record, hear how you sound, or wait for Derek to post your video, and you'll hear what I mean. Thank you. Congrats again, and back to you, Fee.